It's a biting cold morning at Rietvlei Nature Reserve, and this morning I'm looking for animals to try and silhouette along the ridge lines as the sun rises. And Rietvlei is a particularly good place for that kind of shot because there's roads around a lot of the ridges, and you can get in before sunrise, which is actually quite unusual in this part of the world.
I should have locked the gates. I should have thrown away the key. Then I'll be fine with this to be the end for you and me.
I'm trying to find something to photograph as the sun's coming up over here. It's absolutely stunning, but all the animals have just gone over the other side of the ridge. Oh, there's some eland. They're very obscured, they're in the bushes. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm not going to get a shot out of these guys. Just a little bit too far over the edge of the hill for me to work with it. Let's try a bit further on. Sun's coming up fast. Not easy. Not easy trying to get this shot. You have to come back time and time again to try and make it. It's certainly not easy while trying to film yourself at the same time. Oh, here we go, we've got some blazebok. Just some bushes in front. Just the wrong side of the sun. Oh, the sun's just coming up. Just breaching the horizon. Oh, his head's up, his head's up. Fortunately, the sun's not behind him. I'm going to try and go back a bit. But he's obscured by bushes back here. Oh man. How often do you get the sun coming up behind an antelope on a ridgeline? Not often. Once it's up, and it's all over. There's a thick bank of mist down there and the sun just rising above it. That's got to be interesting. So I think I'm going to go and have a look in that bank of mist and see if I can find any animals. They might all be up on the slopes, but you never know, it's worth a go, hey? Where there's interesting light, mist, sunlight, things are going to get good if you find something to photograph. As I drive down this road, there's actually a ridgeline up on my right that I sometimes try and photograph animals on as well, and it's a really good place to catch the sun between their legs or behind their horns, which can make for quite a compelling shot. In this mist, I can't really see that much up there, so yeah, let's just keep my eyes open, see what I can see what I can photograph while this light lasts. Such a race, wildlife photography, trying to find the shot before the light goes and the conditions disappear right in front of your eyes. So it's hard work this morning. What I think I'm going to do is get my second body out. Should have done it a long time ago, really, and shoot with that much lighter body out the left window and the heavy 400 2.8 out the right window as I drive down this road into this mist that's going to burn off during the morning. So I've got a hartebeest in front of me. My talking is disturbing him. Beautiful creatures, lovely and red in this morning light. And that beautiful mist behind as well. Makes for a lovely sight, that's for sure. I don't mind stopping for common sights along the road on safari, and particularly I don't mind it in this rather compelling dawn light, this lovely light that we've got here. The misty background, the line of trees running along the river, and this sun just bursting through it all. And the reason I don't mind it is because I think the light is actually more important, or often more important than the subject. I mean, if you rush off to find a rhino or a lion and it's poorly situated in deep bush or something like that, it's not going to make a good shot. Okay, it's nice to see that, but in terms of photography, it's going to be a poor photograph. Whereas a more common species, let's say an ostrich, wandering around in light like this, there's going to be no queue of cars, nobody bothering you. You're going to have plenty of time with the animal, it's going to be relaxed. And this light is all the time going to be pouring over the scene, giving you really wonderful opportunities to photograph. I've found a nicer shot here where I'm stopping for coffee on Otter Bridge at Rietvlei. And it's often a good place to just stop and have a coffee because there's quite a lot of action in the reeds and undergrowth around here that you normally don't see because there's a river running through here. Now, I've found a shot of a cormorant, and what he's doing is he's drying his wings, or it's drying its wings on a log here. So I've framed the cormorant, and there's a bank of reeds behind him, and the sun rising off in this direction. It's coming up here, and that light is all streaming in through here. Now, cormorants like to spread their wings and dry them out after they've been fishing. So what's happening is the sun is streaming through. It's coming through the feathers of the wings as he's holding them to dry them out. And I'm shooting into the reeds with the darker shade of those reeds behind the bird. So the bird is in sunlight and its background is in shade. And what you can do with that is emphasize that light coming through the feathers, emphasize the contrast in the shot, potentially turn it into a black and white shot. But basically it makes for a nice compelling image of this species doing what it does in its normal day-to-day life. been looking for meerkats because I know they hang out in this area. They're very territorial, and in the morning they like to just sit and sunbathe. So they don't stray too far from their burrows, but their burrows can be quite extensive in terms of area. So I have located them. Now the problem with this colony is they're on the right hand side or the left hand side of the road as you're driving normally, and up sun, so backlit basically. Wow, that was really a case of being in the right place at the right time. The whole colony came towards me down a little track, and now they're running down the road in front of me, all the babies with their tails in the air, down the tar road in front of me. I don't know where they're going, but I'm just following at a safe distance. It's quite hard to film for you while they're doing this, but I'll try and get a shot. Let me pull over and try and do that now. Oh, there they go. Meerkat colony on the road and on the run. Very, very cute little creatures. Very sociable. Wonderful to see. Well, I've just spotted a Secretarybird, a lone Secretarybird. They're normally in pairs, wandering through the bush on my right. So I'm hoping I'll get a few stills and maybe a video as well. Just going to drive on a bit. This guy seems fairly confident. Quite often they fly away if you get too close to them. Now the exciting thing about Secretarybirds, when you see them, Secretarybirds rather, when you see them walking through the bush like this, is they're looking for prey. So that prey will be things like snakes, lizards, mice, anything basically they can eat. And they stamp it to death with their legs, particularly snakes. It's a beautiful bird. Wonderful, iconic African species, basically. Always great to see them. They're actually becoming fewer and farther between in this part of the world due to agriculture. And their stronghold is really further out west in the Arab Valley and Nosser Valley in the Kalahari. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, and actually it's settled into quite a beautiful afternoon with some clouds overhead and some diffuse shadows under them, which makes for some nice changeable light. It's actually quite pleasant. And as the sun sinks lower into the north sky, I'm sure this afternoon will develop into something pretty special. But I think I've achieved what I wanted to today, which was those ridgeline early morning shots and the silhouetted eland, blaceblock and black wildebeest with the sun rising behind them. It's quite a targeted day today. So I think what I'm going to do now is head home, edit those photographs for the rest of the afternoon, edit this video for you, and I'll see you next time.